We're in 2 Samuel 13. David had a daughter, Tamar, and Amnon, her brother, loved her. Must have been brother-in-law. So vexed for her. Amnon had a friend, and Jonadab was very subtle. Amnon said, Pray thee, let Tamar my sister come. And Tamar took the cakes to Amnon. He took hold of her and said, Come lie with me, my sister. He, being stronger than she, forced her. Then Amnon hated her, said, Begone. She said, This evil is greater than the other. I circled verse 19. And Absalom commanded his servants to kill him, and be courageous and be valiant. Amnon is dead by the appointment of Absalom. 39 I circled. Alright, chapter 14, I circled verses 18 through 20. 21 says, King said unto Joab, Bring the young man Absalom again. Try and bring him back. And 22 I circled. 28 I circled. 31 and 32 I circled. In chapter 15, Absalom said unto... I circled verse 3 and 4. And Absalom stole the hearts of Israel. I circled verse 10. Conspiracy was strong. David said, Let us flee, because they were after David, for Absalom to be king. Carry back the ark. If I find his favor, he will bring you back again. Hushai the Archite, unto whom David said, Return to the city, and say unto Absalom, I will be thy servant. Defeat the counsel of Ahithophel, who was the counselor against David. Hushai said unto Absalom, and I circled 19, 21, and 23. Moreover, Ahithophel said, Pursue after David. I will smite the king only. Said Absalom, Call now Hushai. Hushai said to Absalom, The counsel that Ahithophel hath given is not good at this time. He is hid now, and whosoever heareth it will say, There is a slaughter among the people that follow Absalom. 14 I circled, 17 I circled. A lad saw them, and told Absalom. Oh well, they went down. I circled 19. Ahithophel hanged himself. I circled verse 10 and 18. Joab thrust through the house of Absalom. The king's son is dead. I highlighted 33. It's pretty emotional, King David. And I highlighted verse 4 of chapter 19. And it says, Thou hast shamed all thy servants, and that thou lovest thine enemies, and hatest thy friends. Speak comfortably unto thy servants. 9 and 10 I circled. 24 I circled. 19. And 20 I circled verse 1. And his concubines were living in widowhood. He went not unto them, since his son slept with his concubines. 10 I circled. 16 I circled. 21 and 22 I circled. A famine for Saul because he slew the Gibeonites. The 7 men of his sons hang. The war again. David waxed faint. The giant David no more went out to battle with us. There's another giant. That's a brother of Goliath. That's 3 giants so far. There's another giant, and so these 4 were born to the giant in Gath, and fell by the hand of David and his servants. It reminds me of the 5 stones that he took to face Goliath. Maybe he had one for each of his siblings. There's 5 of them all together. 22, there's nothing. And 23, there's nothing. 24, it says the men of war totaled 1.3 million. He moved David against them to say, Go number Israel. In 1 Chronicles 1 it says, And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. It makes more sense. Israel 800,000 and Judah were 500,000. And David's heart smote him and said, Lord, I have sinned greatly. Saith the Lord, I have 3 things, choose one. 7 years of famine, flee 3 months before thine enemies, or that there be 3 days pestilence. So the Lord set up a pestilence, and died 70,000 men. 21, I circled. 24 says, I surely will buy it of thee of a price. Or the king is saying unto his servant, I will buy a sacrifice at a price. You won't sacrifice unto the Lord anything that doth not cost him anything. The plague was stayed.